Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Sukandi. I'm from Marketing Management Study Program 2019. On this occasion, I would like to present my research paper entitled Analyze the Effect of Brand Awareness on Purchase Decision in House Beverage Products, Survey on House Beverage Customer in Jabodetabek, with my guest lecturer, Mrs. Ika Febrilia, SAMM. Chapter 1. Introduction. Background of the problem. Based on the result of research conducted by Populix, it can be concluded that of the 10 current beverage brands that are popular with the public, Haus is a product with a relatively low level of popularity. Based on the problem found, it shows that currently the current beverage business competition has increased with many have sprang up brand new brands such as Teguh, Minuman, and unggah. Haus Indonesia occupies the 4th position with 71 outlets spread across in Jabodetabek. The researchers conducted a pre-survey to 30 respondents. Based on 100% of respondents, 66.7% state that the respondent did know and had never bought Haus beverage products. The result of the pre-survey respondent answer said that there were customers who didn't know Haus Indonesia as much as 45.5%. The outlets were not yet available in my area as much as 36.4%. 18.2% state that the product offered were less attractive, and 4.5% state that the quality of the product is not good. Based on a CNBC Indonesia article, Haus Indonesia currently has received investment funding assistance of 30 billion rupiah from BRI Venture through the Sembani Nusantara Venture Fund. This is a very good opportunity for Haus Indonesia with greater scalability, and this funding can be used to develop, expand the Haus Indonesia network in carrying out its expansion outside Jabodetabek, in building brand awareness to enter a wider segment of society by presenting products that have affordable price and quality. Formulation of the problem is, does brand awareness affect the purchase decision of house beverage products? And research purpose is to determine the effect of brand awareness on purchase decision for house beverage products. Chapter 2. Theoretical Study and Research Methodology. Definition of purchase decision. Based on several definitions that have been described, it can be concluded that a purchase decision is action or attitude taken by customer in choosing or making decision about whether they are interested in buying a product or not. According to Kotler and Armstrong in Novansa and Ali 2017, dimension of purchase decision is introduction of the problem, search information, alternative evaluation, the decision to buy, and behavior after purchase. Definition of brand awareness. Based on some of definition of brand awareness that have been described, the other can conclude that brand awareness is the ability of prospective buyer or customer to know, recognize, and remember the consistency of a brand. According to Sim in Novansa and Ali 2017, dimension of brand awareness is aware of brand, brand recognition, brand recall, and top of mind. Hypothesis on this research is brand awareness affect purchase decision on house beverage products. Research methodology. Place. In Haus Indonesia outlet spread across in the Jabodetabek area by distributing questionnaire online. Time in March to May 2021. In this study, researchers use quantitative method with a descriptive method approach. The collecting technique used is by distributing questionnaire to customer of house beverage products. The population is the customer of house beverage product are scattered in the Jabodetabek. The sample is used by non-probability sampling technique with purpose sampling method, and the number of sample used was 110 respondents. The criteria of the respondent is domicile in Jabodetabek area and had bought house beverage products. Data analysis technique. The researchers use descriptive statistical analysis. Instrument test is validity and reliability test. Basic assumption test is normality and linearity test. Simple regression linear analysis and hypothesis test is t-statistical test and coefficient of determination. Chapter 3. Research result. Case analysis. Validity test. There is one statement of the purchase decision variable declared invalid, while for all statement on the brand awareness variable it is declared valid. Therefore, one invalid statement will not be disseminated to respondent in this study. Reliability test. Based on the data, it shows that all statements in the questionnaire are declared reliable or consistent, because the Cronbach alpha value of the two variables of brand awareness and purchase decision is greater than 0.60. Respondent data. On the classification of respondent based on gender, it shows that the respondents are mostly dominated by women, namely as many as 77 respondents or 70%. On the classification of respondents based on age, it shows the respondents who participate a lot this study were 83 respondents or 75.5%, age 70 to 21 years. On the classification of respondents based on the Let's Education, it was stated the respondents were mostly dominated by SMA or SMK level, as many as 80 respondents or 72.7%. On the classification of respondents based on income per month, it was stated the most respondents were dominated by income less than 1 billion rupiah, as many as 68 respondents or 61.8%. On the classification of the respondents based on domicile, it said the most respondents who live in Jakarta are 62 respondents or 56.4%. Descriptive statistical analysis. First, brand awareness variable. In measuring the dimension annual of brand, which consists of two statement items and categories as height, with the average results of the respondent answer saying that they somewhat agree, and strongly agree as much as 92%. In measuring the dimension of brand recognition, which consists three statement items, categories as height, with the average results of the respondent answer that they somewhat agree, and strongly agree as much as 87%. In measuring the dimension of brand recall, which consists of three statement items, categories as height, with the average results of the respondent answer saying that they somewhat agree, and strongly agree as much as 89%. In measuring the dimension top of mind, which consists of two statement items, categories as height, with the average results of the respondent answer that they somewhat agree, and strongly agree as much as 85%. Second, purchase decision variable. In measuring the dimension introduction of the problem, which consists of four statement items, the categories as height, with the average results of the respondent answer that somewhat agree, and strongly agree as much as 97%. In measuring the dimension of search information, which consists one item statement, categories as height, with the average results respondent answer saying that they somewhat agree, and strongly agree as much as 89%. In measuring the dimension of alternative evaluation, which consists of two statement items and categories height, with the average results of respondent answer saying that they somewhat agree, and strongly agree as much as 92%. In measuring the dimension of the decision to buy, which consists of two statement items and categories as height, with the average result of respondent answer that somewhat agree, and strongly agree as much as 96%. And in measuring the dimension of behavior after purchase, which consists of two statement items and categories height, with the average result of respondent answer that somewhat agree, and strongly agree as much as 97%. Basic assumption test. First, normality test. Based on the result of the probability plot and Kolmogorov-Smirnov normality test, it can be concluded that the data in the study were normal distributed, because the value was 0.200 more than 0.05. Linearity test. Based on the result of the linearity test, it can be concluded that there is a linear relationship between the purchase decision variable and the brand awareness variable because the significant value at linearities is 0.00 less than 0.05. Simple linear regression analysis. Based on the result of the INNOVA test and the regression coefficient, it can be interpreted that the brand awareness variable affect the purchase decision variable. Because the conclude F value is 103.499 with a significant level of 0.00 less than 0.05. The coefficient value of brand awareness variable is 23.491 and the regression coefficient of the purchase decision variable is 0.638. Hypothesis test. First, t-statistical test. Based on the regression coefficient table, it can be seen that the significant value is 0.00 less than 0.05 and the t-table value is 1.659. From this data, it can be seen that the value of t-count is greater than t-table is 10.173 more than 1.659. This shows that the hypothesis is accepted. So, it can be concluded that the brand awareness affect the purchase decision on house beverage products. Second is coefficient determination. Based on the result of the model summary, it is known that the value of the correlation coefficient is 0.700, which means that the brand awareness variable and the purchase decision variable have a strong correlation. Furthermore, it is known that the coefficient of determination is 0.489. Chapter 4. Conclusion and Suggestion. Conclusion. Based on the result of the research that have been carried out regarding the analysis of the effect brand awareness on purchase decision of house beverage products, the researchers can conclude that there is an influence between brand awareness on purchase decision in house beverage products. This can be known and proven based on the result of the hypothesis with a significant value of 0.00 less than 0.05. The t-value is greater than the t-table is 10.173 more than 1.659. In the coefficient of determination is 0.489. So, it can be interpreted the brand awareness variable has influenced the purchase decision variable for house beverage product by 48.9% and remaining 51.1% is influenced by other variables not explained in the study such as brand image, store atmosphere, product quality, price, and others. Suggestion. First, for Haus Indonesia, it is recommended that Haus Indonesia be active in branding product so that the house brand or beverage product is at the highest level that appear in the mindset of customer. Second, for customer, it is recommended for customer to be able to provide feedback in the form of criticism and suggestion for Haus Indonesia. The third, for further researchers, it is advisable to conduct researchers on different independent variables besides the brand awareness variable to find out other variables that can influence purchase decision, such as brand image, store atmosphere, product quality, and price. So, this is the end of my research paper presentation. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.